Hi guys, today again we are still talking about solving for variables in terms of other variables. This time we're going to be focusing a little bit more on using multiplication and division. So this problem we're going to be solving for w, and our equation is w over 4 is equal to x. Okay? Just like in our last video, we are drawing a line right down the middle of that equal sign. And I know that I'm going to be solving for w, and I only see that there's one instance of w, so we're just going to keep that on the same side, okay? Now, the tricky part here is that I see that there's a fraction going on. There's a fraction happening, and that can be really confusing sometimes. But I want to remind everybody that a fraction is the exact same thing as a division. Whenever you see a fraction or anything written like this, we're just dividing w by 4. We're splitting that into 4 pieces. But again, we're solving for w in terms of other variables, so we need to express what w means using other variables, okay? We're going to be using, again, opposite operations to solve for the variable, but this time we're going to be talking more about multiplication and division. So w over 4 is equal to x. Again, because we are dividing in our original problem, I need to use the opposite operation, and I need to multiply by 4. Multiply by 4. If I'm dividing by 4 and multiplying by 4, we're going to cancel out and get one whole. One whole that no longer exists. Okay? Gonna draw that line. And now over here, or actually on our left side, excuse me, I am left over with just a single w. We canceled out that 4, we created one whole, and over here, I'm going to write 4x. Remember, you always want to write your coefficient in front of your variable. It's just like that proper math way to write things. So make sure you're writing that in front, but guess what? We've already solved for w. So for every 1/4 of a w, there's an x, and 1 whole w is equal to 4 x's, okay? Great job, everybody. Let's go ahead and erase this, and we're going to write one more example. This time, we are going to be solving for x, and our equation reads 5x y is equal to w. Always, always, first things first, draw a line right down that equal sign. Now, again, we have 3 variables here. That's quite a bit. But it's okay. We can do this. I want you guys to remember that on our left-hand side, the operation that is occurring in between our coefficient 5, our variable x, and our variable y is multiplication. Anytime you see things written together like that, you are always multiplying them together, okay? And guess what? We can solve for this in one step. I know that 5 times x times y, if all I want left over is x, I'm going to divide by everything that is not an x. In this case, 5y. We are canceling that out. We are canceling that out, again creating one whole and another one whole. But anything we do to one side, we have to do to the other. And because these are not like terms over here, we are still just solving in terms of the other variable. We're solving in terms of the other variable and leaving it as is. We cannot combine any like terms. We cannot modify it in any way. I know this looks kind of weird, but we just leave it as it is. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.